So hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to the 7 days online training program on Google Earth Engine for beginners to advanced level. So basically in this online training program, you will learn all of those from beginners to advanced level. And if you have no knowledge about that coding, mainly JavaScript or Python or Google Earth Engine, you can learn all of those beginners to advanced level. Okay. And in this online training program, basically I try to focus for beginners. If you have no knowledge, don't worry about that. We try to start from beginners to advanced level. All of those I will try to complete. So basically each day I will provide you 3 hours live training and 1 hours for the problem solving. So in the problem solving class, you can simply share your own screen, and further you can simply show me your problem. Okay. As well as every class, I also give you some assignment. If you simply submit all of assignment, there is no deadline. You try to do this type of assignment and just simply submit, then further you also get the certificate from us. Okay. So before starting, so simply introduce yourself one by one, and then if you have any experience to using the Google Earth Engine platform before, then simply mention that. Yes, please. Okay, so please introduce yourself one by one, then we'll start, please. Or if you have any experience using the Google Earth Engine platform before, also mention about that.
Hello everyone, this is Shobon Chakma. I am from Bangladesh, and regarding to use the Google Earth, I have no previous experience. I'm also a very beginner level experience with the Python. Basically, I'm a user of ArcGIS, so I'm hoping to learn something related to Python and using the GE tool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Next, please.
Hello, myself Navin Sharma from India. I don't have any knowledge about GE as well as coding. I am doing research. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Akash Panda from India. Right now I am pursuing MSc in Agriculture and Rural Development at Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute. Prior I have studied BSc in Vidyasagar College for Geography Honours, and right now I am learning about GE.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So good evening, all and all. I'm Dr. Gopal V. Actually, I'm working as assistant professor in Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, India. So I want to learn the Google Earth Engine for multi-purpose because I'm using environmental pollutions like a contamination study in air, water, and soil in real-time monitoring. I don't know about the Google Earth Engine, so that's why I'm joining this course. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I cannot hear you. I think some problem in your microphone.
Good evening. I am Sushil from Jammu and Kashmir. I am from Central University of Jammu. I am a research scholar and I am still working on LULC. So I want to apply Google Earth Engine for that work because by using RPS it is tedious, time-taking work and processing take time. So I'm looking forward to learn more.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I cannot hear properly, but no problem. Okay, we just skip it. I think some problem on your microphone. Okay, anyone else?
Hello, I'm Mohammad Jahirul Alam. So I'm doing PhD in atmospheric science. So my main research goal is basically atmospheric chemistry. So and some sort of purpose I need to learn machine learning and kind of remote sensing things. So I hope I can learn a lot of things from these classes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else?
Hello, I am Brishti Sarkar. I am a student of Pune University, Bangladesh. Actually, I have no knowledge about this course. Actually, I want to learn about this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ronnie. I am from Kenya and I've done remote sensing work before on Envy and other things, but now I want to do the coding to automate the processes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll start today's session. Okay, so let me share my screen.
Sir, actually, I have a question.
Yeah, please, any question, please.
Sir, recorded class
Yes.
will be uploaded in the classroom.
Yes, we also
Thank you,
provided the
sir.
recorded class also.
Otherwise,
No
okay,
problem.
okay. Otherwise, I have to
Yeah.
record. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we'll start now. So first of all, I try to explain about our full course content. So after completing the total 7 days online training program, what you learn from me, all of details I try to explain, and further we move to our first class. Okay. So first of all, I already said about that this online training program is for beginners. If you have no knowledge about the coding, or if you have no knowledge about the Google Earth Engine or any kinds of cloud computing, don't worry about that. I will try to complete all of things from beginners to advanced level. And our main target is that you are become a developer, okay, in Google Earth Engine developer. So when you become a developer, then you can easily develop any kinds of remote sensing analysis very quickly and efficiently using the Google Earth Engine. Okay, not only for this specific topic, any kinds of remote sensing analysis we try to develop when you become a developer. And this is our main goal for this online training program. You just become a developer, and when you become a developer, you can easily do any kinds of remote sensing analysis very quickly and efficiently. So I will try to explain all of details one by one. So basically for the first day, for today's session, I try to discuss about that introduction to Google Earth Engine, and basically how it will be work. All of details I try to explain in this part, and how to create Python and JavaScript environment for Earth Engine platform, and how we can easily use the Google Earth Engine using JavaScript as well as also Python. So in this online training program, I will show you that both of programming language, Python and JavaScript, and also R programming is also possible to use the Earth Engine platform is also possible. But R programming, we have the another advanced online training program. So in this case, I try to show you that only for the JavaScript and Python. And what's the benefit to use the JavaScript, to use the Python, all of details I try to explain. As well as we also discuss about that as a beginners, if you have no knowledge about that Python or JavaScript, so that's why I also try to complete all of JavaScript and Python basic syntax, how we can easily use the JavaScript and Python. I also try to explain all of syntax. Then I hope you also learn about the JavaScript and Python. And we also discuss about the client and server object. Okay, all of details, basically how we can easily get the server in Python environment or JavaScript environment. So these type of things we also discuss about that. And how to get the server to execute your code we also discuss. And how we can easily import the raster and vector data from the local storage or Google Earth Engine dataset, we also try to discuss about that. And filtering attribute table, we also discuss about that. Okay. And second day, mainly we try to discuss about that filtering and displaying the satellite images. So different types of satellite images we can easily access from Google Earth Engine data catalog. It can be Landsat, Sentinel, or MODIS, or any other types of satellite imagery we can easily access from Earth Engine public data catalog. So this type of satellite images, how we can easily filtering or displaying as also export this type of satellite images, how we can easily create the composite or band combination, different types of band combination, and finally how we can easily export this type of satellite imagery. And also discuss about the import, filter, reduce, clip, display raster data in Google Earth Engine, as well as also discuss about the time series analysis using ready-made dataset. So basically in Google Earth Engine platform, we find out lot of ready-made dataset. Just we try to call this type of data and we can easily make the temporal analysis for time series analysis we can easily do using this type of ready-made dataset, as well as how we can easily export any shape file from Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about the annual image composite, because for the different purpose we also need the annual image for annual NDVI or annual land use land cover. So that's why we also learn about that how we can easily create the annual image composite. And third day, mainly I talk about that how we can easily calculating any indices from satellite images. Different types of indices we are also use in remote sensing for different purpose. So after completing this session, you can calculate any kinds of indices. Just you can put your formula or your equation, it automatically calculated the different types of indices, NDVI, NWI, or SAVI, or EVI, okay, VSI, different types of index or indices we also use in here. And also discuss about the filtering and displaying the satellite images, mainly Sentinel-2, how we can easily filter, and using the Sentinel-2, how we can easily monitor the NDWI and NDVI. Okay, in this case we also discuss about that water logging area, how we can easily detect using the NDWI. Okay, we also discuss about the thresholding technique, how we can easily apply the thresholding technique, and then we make separate between that flood water and also permanent water body. Okay, and we'll discuss about that NDVI, NWI, SABI, or any other indices, how we can easily make the time series chart using Landsat or Sentinel imagery, or export any shape file, how to add the gradient legend, as well as we also discuss about the flood mapping, how we can easily detect the flooded area using Sentinel-1 SAR data, and also discuss about the monthly time series chart of NDVI, NWI, or any using different types of satellite imagery, mainly monthly time series, how we can easily create. And fourth day, mainly I try to discuss about that how to remove the cloud and haze from your satellite imagery. So basically when you work with rainy season, then we find out lot of cloud, as well as when you work with river bank or when you work with coastal area. So this type of place we find out lot of cloudy pixel in satellite imagery. So in this class I discuss about that how to remove the cloud and haze from satellite images, and we can get the very neat and clean satellite imagery. We also discuss about the DEM data, mainly digital elevation model, basically NASA SRTM DEM or STAR DEM. So this type of DEM, how we can easily use, and then we can easily create the different types of topographical mapping, such as hillside map or slope map, aspect map. So these type of things, how we can also create, we also discuss about that. As well as we also discuss about the LST, mainly land surface temperature monitoring. Both of satellite images I use in here, Landsat and MODIS. Okay, both of satellite images, how we can easily use to monitor the LST or land surface temperature, and how to calculate average, maximum, and minimum NDVI. I take for the NDVI, but any kinds of indices we can calculate for what is the average NDVI in the Dhaka city, what is the maximum NDVI, what is the minimum NDVI in Dhaka city. We can easily find out for any specific region. And how to monitor the urban heat island, we also discuss about that, USI, and what's the impact of urban heat island, mainly urban thermal field variance index, UFTVI index. We also discuss about that, and how to make the time series chart of LST using the Landsat imagery. We also discuss about that in the fourth day. And fifth day, mainly we try to discuss about the air quality monitoring. So in this case I try to explore all of gases which are available for the Sentinel-5, basically nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, or methane, or carbon monoxide, ozone. So this type of gases, how we can easily monitor. Not only for that, we also discuss about that PM 2.5 or AOD, mainly aerosol optical depth. So this type of things we also discuss about that, and how to check the accuracy of your air quality monitoring map, and how to download the air quality parameters time series data in CSV file format, or how we can easily make the time series chart of air quality monitoring data. Okay, and how to calculate the total emission for any specific gases using Google Earth Engine. Also discuss about that. And sixth number day, mainly in this case we try to discuss about the machine learning method. Basically, we can easily use the different types of machine learning in Google Earth Engine. So this type of machine learning is one kind of built in. So this type of machine learning, just we try to call this type of machine learning supervised, mainly random forest, cart, or support vector machine, minimum distance. Just we call and then we can easily perform this type of machine learning for land use, land cover classification, or crop types classification, or different types of classification purpose. We also use here the machine learning. And we also try to discuss about the random forest cart, support vector machine, minimum distance, this type of classifier, and how to check the accuracy. Basically, overall accuracy, kappa accuracy, producer accuracy, consumer accuracy, calculate the land use, land cover classes area, how to add the legend in land use, land cover map, and how to export the land use, land cover map. And we can easily make the research paper map using ArcMap. So in this online training program, I also try to show you the another software, mainly ArcGIS from ArcMap tool. We also use, basically, when you want to make the research paper map, we need to download the data from Google Earth Engine. Then further creating the map, we are just using the ArcMap or ArcGIS. So these things I also try to show you this in this online training program. Then you can easily download the data, and then further you can also make the research paper map for using the ArcMap, or QGIS software is also available for that, no problem. And last class, mainly I tried to discuss about the change detection analysis, how we can easily make the land use, land cover change detection, as well as NDVI change detection or vegetation change detection, how we can easily make the classification, how to extract the dense vegetation using thresholding technique. We also discuss about that. Then we talk about the class wise land use, land cover change detection, also calculate the transition area of land use, land cover, or urban development or urban growth monitoring, or urban expansion mapping, okay, as well as hyper parameter optimization. These things we also discuss because it's also important in machine learning to increase the accuracy. Okay, how we can easily use the hyper parameter optimization, we also discuss about that. And each day, basically, this is the total 4 hours training program, and 3 hours I just delivered the lecture, and 1 hours you can just show me your problem. Okay, and every class I also give you some assignment. You try to do this type of assignment, as well as you can get all of slide, all of practice code or recorded class is also available. You also get the lifetime teaching support. So it's basically lifetime teaching support. It means that regarding this online training program, so in this any kinds of content, if you have any problem, you can easily get the solution for any time. Okay, suppose in this time we cover a lot of topic. So when you apply this type of work for your own study area, for your own research work, when you face any problem, then you can get the support for lifetime freely. And as well as when you complete all of assignment, you also get the certificate. And for the certification, you just if you check the verification, so basically you just complete all of live session. Okay, this is the one mandatory without any serious issue. You just must need to join all of live training and also submit all of assignment, then you can easily get this certificate from here. Okay, so this is the overall summary of our online training program. You can ask me any question in the online training program. When you face any confusion or any question, you can simply ask me anytime, no problem. Okay, so let's start our today's session. Okay, so just a minute. And after completing this live training program, you can easily get the all of course material from here. Okay, just I upload, then you can easily get all of practice code or slide or recorded class is also available. You can easily get it from here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, let me open my slide.